Yeah, would love to, maybe just start with, hearing a little bit about your backgrounds. I know you got pretty impressive marketing and construction backgrounds. Maybe I'll just hand it over to you to introduce yourselves.
Take it away, Luke.
Kevin, thanks a million for having us on the show. Luke and I have been stoked to jump on here. I believe, this is within the top 10 of just episodes and podcasts we've wanted to be on. So thank you for having us. And also shout out to producer Luke. We had a group of 3 Lukes right before this call. And that just doesn't happen. So thank you for having us on. My name is Luke Eggebraaten. I own Phaser Marketing and I'm also a co-host of the Dirtbags podcast. Born and raised in northern Minnesota. That's how Luke and I know each other. We actually went to the same high school. My expertise is on the digital marketing side for excavation companies. So we only work with excavation contractors in North America, and we just get to handle the nerdy stuff. So Mr. Payne and I have been working together since he started Black Iron Dirt back in 2018, and it's been great ever since. So Luke, I'm going to toss it over to you and we can maybe hit on the Dirtbags a little bit.
Awesome, Luke. Thank you. Kevin, Luke, thank you guys for having us on here. As Luke said, we're actually both from the same hometown. We went to high school together. We actually kind of grew up together. I live in Fargo, North Dakota, up here kind of towards the great north. I own Black Iron Dirt and then a company called Western Excavation, and then the Dirtbags with my fellow colleague with Luke here. Our expertise kind of in the field, our Black Iron side is going to be more of a residential excavation contractor, and then our Western side has developed into more of the heavy civil, industrial, commercial type excavation. So that's kind of the 2 different realms we're in, and learning both sides, so it's a lot of fun.
Awesome, guys. Great compliments, and really cool that you guys have got together here. I'd love to hear more about Dirtbags. Like how did this get going, and what are you guys doing?
I think, Luke, I'll start here. I think Luke and I, we kind of saw a need in the industry for help in kind of a different way, help on the education side, and then help on people getting to do work with good people. Not so much the contractor side, but more so on the business side, what your business needs to succeed, what your business needs to help you succeed. So that's where the Dirtbags kind of came about, to where Luke and I had some pretty good connections, and we were kind of already doing this anyway. So we wisened up and we're like, hey, we might as well try to make a business out of this. Our first stop of the business was obviously the podcast. The podcast was kind of our first stop to make sure, or to try to get exposure to all of these different companies. And then from there, it's just really kind of exploded. Luke, I think we're almost to 10,000 downloads on there right now. And our business behind it has really started to, grow the way we wanted it to. So.
Yeah, I think originally, the idea was, okay, let's provide resources to the industry. Like we noticed that many companies out there were just kind of guessing or like searching on Google for a good insurance person or a good tax person in construction, or even like how to finance equipment, like where to do that. Where in the industry, people trust each other and they trust their fellow business owners around the country. And so Luke and I just wanted to connect those dots. But like he said, this is a business. We didn't want to just banter and like cuss on the podcast and just do it for fun. Like we wanted to set this up to make money so that we can double down and just keep providing value to the industry. So it's interesting because we call it like an organized, laid back podcast, because it's laid back where you have your glass of whiskey, you can let her fly, you can say whatever you want, but it's organized in a way where our producer, Brandon, he cuts up the content, he makes it presentable. And Luke and I love to dive into specific topics to really give value to the contractors. And so, yeah, like Luke mentioned, it's really blown up. We launched our first episode with Aaron Witt back in February, and it's November right now, and we're just about to cross that 10,000 downloads mark. So, it's popping off.
Wow, that's so cool, guys. Yeah, I forgot to bring the whiskey. We should have had whiskey here today.
It's 12:16 here. I can run up and grab some. I'm all into that.
Hey, you're on East Coast time. I'm in Arizona, so it's still morning. But hey, nothing wrong with that, right?
Right.